Tell me where you think this movement goes, right? So Penn has decided to fall in line. They are going to respect biology and the differences between men and women after fighting it for years. Do you think other schools are going to follow suit across all 50 states?
I really hope so. I think we should keep pulling federal funding from any university that's doing this, but not just
Mhm.
federal funding. I mean, I think we should pull, a lot of things. I think there's a lot of useless people that work at all of these institutions. I mean, when the University of Pennsylvania brought in this panel of administrators to talk to us, I was looking at these like 15 people and I said, what do you guys all do for work here? You're being paid over $100,000 to just sit there and tell me
Mhm.
I'm a transphobic bigot. I mean, that's really what they're doing. So there's a lot more that needs to be cleaned up here. But again, the Trump administration, Secretary McMahon has done a wonderful job of really doing these things. They've investigated Harvard. They've investigated a lot of these schools, not just on the transgender issue, but also on things like anti-Semitism and other wild things happening on these college campuses. I think a lot of reform needs to be made, but I will say, I don't believe this, and I know you don't believe this, but many
Mhm.
people put the Ivy League institutions up on a pedestal. They think they're these amazing institutions. They look to them very highly. And I think there is a lot of value in the University of Pennsylvania and being one of those schools making this decision because other people, other schools will say, if an Ivy League institution has to do this, maybe they're onto something and it'll make them also change their ways. So even though I don't value them that way, they still are valued in the general public. And I do think overall this is a huge win, but it's only a first step.
Absolutely. This is a first step, but is a huge step. And I just think if Kamala Harris had won in November, I mean, she wanted taxpayer funded surgeries for transgender inmates. This is not someone who is going to protect women whatsoever. She allowed the illegal migrants to come in. She has Laken Riley's blood on her hands. In my opinion, Kamala Harris does. So I'm just so grateful that President Trump won. And I know there are people who maybe didn't vote for President Trump, but they're with him on this issue.